The communist dictatorship in Beijing clandestinely and deceptively interfered in both the 2019 and 2021 general elections in Canada. Is that correct?
Correct.
The Prime Minister Trudeau, members of his Liberal government and Liberal Party officials knew that interference had occurred. Is that correct?
The report that's recently come out from the Commissioner under the public inquiry into foreign interference laid this out very nicely in terms of the briefings that took place.
So briefings took place?
Correct.
How many times was Prime Minister Trudeau informed?
I think that what's important to recall is that the structure that was put in place by the government to govern how information was shared and managed in the case of the federal elections during 2019 and 2021 was done through the Critical Election Incident Public Protocol Panel, or the Panel of Five. So as a member of the task force related to that, so that's the Security and Intelligence, Threats to Elections, the SITE task force, we worked very closely with partners to ensure that that panel had the information that it required to brief all levels of government as well as parliamentarians in the government.
So the question is, so I appreciate that. How many times, ma'am?
I don't have the exact figure, but what's, again, important is that that would have been the conversations that the National Security and Intelligence Advisor would have had, and CSIS fed into those briefings. Are you
able to say how many times that Liberal Party officials were informed?
There were
separately from the Prime Minister.
There were numerous conversations that took place through the course of both of those elections via the Panel of Five. CSIS was not part of all of those conversations.
In the 2021 election, disinformation campaigns perpetrated by the communist dictatorship in Beijing against then Conservative leader Erin O'Toole and Conservative candidate Kenny Chiu were detected. Is that correct?
There were foreign interference activities that took place in the 2021 and 2019 elections, and those spread across a number of different ridings, including the ridings for Steveston, Richmond East.
Were the Liberals briefed on this? And if the answer is yes, who was briefed on it?
Again, the timelines and the briefings that took place as part of this are laid out in the report that was tabled by Madame Commissioner.
So the director for CSIS, Mr. Vigneault, said he briefed the government. Would you be so the names of those who were briefed? Are you able to furnish the committee with that in writing following your appearance?
We will have to take that back. There's a number of briefings that we do for obvious reasons that are confidential, so I'm not able to commit at this time to providing the committee with all those names, but we'll see what we're able to provide. But again, I would stress that all the information that we can make public on this has been provided to the PI-FI Commission, and a lot of it has already been disclosed in that report.
What action was taken when the disinformation campaign was detected? So
the way that the process works with SITE is that as the members of the SITE task force collect information and intelligence, we feed it into that process, and then the protocols are triggered in terms of providing that information up to the senior officials in the Panel of Five, and then decisions are also taken on whether to brief the cleared political parties. But that's during the election period. As this committee is very aware, there are a lot of foreign interference activities, including mis- and disinformation campaigns that take place outside of the red period.
In 2019, were Liberal Party officials told that the current member for Don Valley North was being monitored by CSIS? Yes or no, please?
Bo, do you have the specifics on that?
Thank you for the question. I don't have the specifics in terms of if Liberal Party members were advised on matters related matters or not. But for operational reasons, I can't get into the specifics of what we were or were not investigating at any point in time.
So the reason for the current member for Don Valley North, who ran as a Liberal member, the reasons for his being monitored by the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, you're not able to share that with us today for operational reasons?
I can't confirm if we were monitoring or not monitoring any specific individual at a point in time.
The information, well, are you aware of open source information through judicial proceedings, public inquiries, reviews of foreign interference that have demonstrated it to be a fact that CSIS was in fact monitoring the member for Don Valley North?
I'm not aware of judicial proceedings that say that. No. I can't comment further on that. I apologize.
That concludes your time.